Check out these mugs. They say, eu quero envelhecer ao teu lado, Morgan and Louie.
What does that mean?
It means I want to grow old by your side.
So cute. And who gave them to us?
So our good friend Juliana Ferreira Store sent them our way, and we love them.
Little surprise, right? Just in time for Valentine's.
Exactly.
Adorable.
So you can check her out on Instagram at Juliana Ferreira Store, and we'll put the link in the bottom.
I really hope my tatas don't look like that when I get to that age.
I think it's adorable, and I plan on being
cute.
in better shape than this.
Me too. Hi, I'm Morgan.
And I'm Louie.
And welcome to our podcast. Well, welcome back to the Morgan and Louie in Portugal podcast. This is episode 13. Episode 3.
Somebody said it wrong too, Louie.
I always struggle with 3 and 13. They're the hardest numbers for me, but I can count in Portuguese. So we're going to try something a little new. I'm trying to be a little more organized with this podcast. So I'm going to kind of like follow a little something here. So if you see me looking down, that's what I'm doing. Regardless, if you're new here, my husband, Louie, and I moved from the United States to Portugal 1 year ago exactly. And that's what this whole episode is about. We're going to talk about our last year here in Portugal and some things that we've learned and just kind of like reminisce on it. If you are interested in our story and you want to follow along, make sure if you're watching on YouTube to click the subscribe button. If you're listening on Spotify, click the plus, the follow. That way you get a notification every single time our new episode drops. Something new about that is that we're going to now post our podcast every other week. So the next podcast will be posted, episode 14 will be posted on the 25th. We normally post every single Wednesday at 8 a.m. Lisboa time, but we're actually going to start doing it every other week. So that's just to kind of give us a little bit more flexibility, you know, when life is kind of crazy, make sure that we can organize a little bit better. So another reminder, we have our São Miguel trip coming up this summer.
Yeah, that's going to be fun.
And we want you guys to join us. As we always say, it's going to be July 27th through August 3rd. Fully booked itinerary, you guys. There's so much going on. We're going to hang out and explore the island together. You can go into the show notes and I will post the link to like view the itinerary and book there. So we'll see you guys in São Miguel.
Oh yeah, that's going to be a great time.
Yeah.
Action-packed.
Heck yeah. I am looking forward to that.
It's going to be a good time.
And I think one more thing before we really get into it, if you haven't listened to our previous episode, go back and listen to episode 12. We talk about how we got started on social media and give you like tips and information all about that.
That was a good one. A lot of people ask, you know, how we do it on social media, and we come straight from the hip on that one.
That was probably my favorite episode we've filmed so far. It was so fun. So let's get into it, guys. Vamos. By the time we posted this, we will have lived here for officially 1 year. We moved here February 10th, 2025, and we have spent an entire year of craziness, and we just kind of want to like reminisce over it. So let's talk about what sucked, what didn't suck, and what we think
year 2 is going to look like.
Our year 2 is going to look like. Exactly.
Well, let me ask you.
Yeah.
What sucked the first year, Morgan?
Oh my God. If I can be honest, there's so many things. But the thing that stood out the most to me, and this is like not everybody is going to experience this, but for me, I suffered a miscarriage. And I think navigating that here in this country was probably like so shitty, you know, like for so many reasons. I mean, it was the first time I'd ever been pregnant. We didn't expect to get pregnant. We weren't on insurance. And so, you know, like insurance didn't cover private hospital. We were on insurance, but we weren't on maternity insurance. And again, we didn't expect to have a baby. And, you know, so I had to go to the public hospital. And I feel like I could do like a whole nother episode just on the miscarriage, but like if I were to like sum it all up, navigating it, you know, I had to go to the public hospital for the very first time. It was my first time going to a hospital here in Portugal, and it was terrifying. I barely spoke the language, and like usually that doesn't deter me, but I think since I was literally like bleeding out and like just going through so much emotional turmoil, it was kind of scary, you know, and people were really kind to me. But then you sit in this like maternity ward, I'll call it, in the hospital, and like you're watching other pregnant women come and go, and like they're healthy and they're happy, and you're in so much pain and you're waiting for hours because like public hospital is notorious for being slow. And the whole time I'm just like bleeding like crazy. I'm struggling mentally and emotionally. It was so hard. It was the hardest thing, one of the hardest things I've ever gone through, and it was so unexpected for life here, you know, like it was just, I guess I'm saying like expect the unexpected, because like who would have thought? Who would have thought? And then I didn't have anyone here to kind of like you were here for me, but like as a male, you don't really get it, you know? And so like my mom, my sisters, like everybody I know, I had my friend Isabel, but it wasn't the same. It's like my family, the people that I would have normally been like, I need you to kind of like go through this. We're on the complete opposite side of the ocean. And I feel like that was like what really sucked for me. So I know I kind of like yapped there quite a bit, but.
Oh, it was your experience. I think that was really, really strong of you to share. That was an intense moment for both of us.
So hard.
I'm not trying to take anything away from you. That's very intense for both of us.
Absolutely. What about you? What sucked the most for you?
There was like a few things, and I'm not trying to like, you know, mention them all, but Chloe falling out the window, that sucked.
Yeah, we talked about that.
The miscarriage obviously was, you know, terrible. And I also think for me, like you mentioned, being alone, feeling alone when you were going through this. And I also feel like, you know, I lost friends. I lost what seems to be family in a way, because they, you know, don't agree with what we did or whatever it may be, you know?
Yeah.
So I feel, you know, I felt alone a lot as well, and, you know, depression.
Just like throughout the year?
Right. Yeah, throughout I even sometimes like, you know, now, and, you know, I suffer obviously from, like everybody else, you know, depression, anxiety, and, you know, you're in this place and you're not the same person that you were elsewhere, right? You're in a whole new country, and you're trying to adapt to a language that you don't speak it as fluently as you thought you did, you know?
Yeah, which is so funny to me. I like, you know, we talk about this sometimes, so it's interesting to see that this is like one of your lowest points throughout the year, because you know, I feel like it's like I feel like we talked about this the other day. It's like those people that you were friends with don't relate to you now.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like a hard thing to come to terms with.
It is. It's, you know, I have, you know, you obviously, and you're obviously my best friend. But I understand that, you know, I'm not, I guess, you know, for everybody. And I don't know what I'm trying to say to this, honestly. People change, and you, like Morgan told me once, I'll never forget that. She said, sometimes you outgrow people. And I've never heard a true statement.
Right.
Because in my, you know, 44 years have outgrown people. Maybe they've outgrown me too.
Yeah. You know, that's a good point.
Yeah. So.
And then making a huge life move, like, I feel like some people probably think you're not living life to the standards that they expect you to live, you know? So, maybe that pushes them away from you.
Yeah, I think we talk about that a lot, where you think sometimes people are your friends for life, but they're only your friends when they're kind of living on their level.
Like when you're living on their level?
Yeah. So if, you know, you surpass them and what they, like you said, expect life to be, and perhaps it's something that, you know, they could never have the, you know, the balls to do it or whatever it may be, and maybe they feel like that.
That's fascinating.
Yeah,
actually.
It's pretty cool.
It's kind of sad.
I think so too.
But I do feel like I look back on this year, and maybe you'll agree with me, that when you make such a big life change, I feel like it's normal to lose people. Like you're kind of like evolving as a person, and at least for me, moving overseas has really broadened my perspective on life, and I just feel like some people can't keep up in a way.
I agree with that totally.
Yeah, and I feel like, I guess I want to say, like, to you guys, and again, you can probably vouch for this as well. If you're planning on moving, whether it's out of your hometown, your home state, over to a new country, across the ocean, I feel like you're gonna lose people, and that's normal. Like, that's to be expected. You're gonna lose friends and family. It's not gonna make sense to people. Your family is gonna question you and, think you're going crazy. And
you say it's to be expected, but I really never expected it. Mm-mm. Like, you don't really expect it. We're telling you it's to be expected because we've gone through it. It might not go, people might not experience what we did.
Very true.
But
good point.
I do, people are unique. Yeah. And when, it's interesting.
Yeah, it really is. Okay, well, we don't want to make this like the longest episode ever, and we've already done like a whole episode on how our first 3 months here were complete shit. So we're gonna kind of like wrap up the negativity, I think.
Let's do it. There's no need to be dwelling on
let's
that,
talk.
right?
Let's talk about some more positive.
Okay.
So, that was what sucked. Now we can kind of go into like what was great, like what didn't suck, right? Like what was fun. And I have a question that I wrote down for you here. After 1 year, do you feel like you've changed? And if yes, how have you changed?
Have I felt like I've changed? Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Moving to Portugal really helped me to dig really deep inside and really, I think you could probably say similar, right? We both kind of felt similar things. And I've learned, my personal growth journey has been going on for a few years now, and I've been trying to always be the best version. I've always been trying to be the best version of myself for a few years now. Listening to, speakers on like people just talking positive things on Spotify. Me myself repeating it to myself until I believe it. So I think being in Portugal has helped me with my journey of really digging deep, and it's in turn provided me more growth. Like I feel like I've grown in a positive manner this whole year. I'm not the same person I was when I moved here in February.
Yeah.
I feel like every day I try and grow a little bit. Even on my worst days, I try and learn, as you know, from that.
Absolutely.
It also helps that I have you as my partner, excuse me, to help me guide myself through this, because a lot of times, we don't even realize that ego is a thing, and you try and
Thanks, honey.
Yeah.
I'm here to help as much as I can, and I hope you do the same for me.
Yes. What about you? What was great here besides everything,
Oh my gosh, I know, right? Like, a lot of people are like, oh, there's like a honeymoon phase, and maybe for some there is. So like if you're moving away, you might get fortunate, and you might be fortunate, and you might get to have like a honeymoon phase, and like everything is going to be fun. It's going to feel like an extended vacation. That wasn't our case. So we got slapped with reality immediately, and then it kind of took like some time to adjust. And so like looking back on the last year, I feel like all of the really fun and good kind of came like later in the year, for me. And I think, we talked about social media. That was obviously really, really fun for me. I love building that. It's my passion. But I don't know. I think maybe if I can be completely honest, and this is probably like cliche, but I think what was the coolest thing for me was traveling, experiencing Portugal, like the culture, the architecture, the different cities and villages, and trying new restaurants and cafes, and
meeting all kinds of different people. Not to talk over you, but we met so many, and we continue to do so every day, everywhere we go. We meet so many cool people. Like,
I love that in the summer we hit Festa season, and like we're not partiers, not anymore, and I'm not like the one who's like gonna stay out till 2 a.m. You guys, you Portuguese, you freaking love it, and you guys are crazy. But like we'll go to a festa at 8 p.m. and we'll be home by 11, and we'll still have a great time. Our own festa here at home, yeah, on the couch. But like that was so fun to me, because like it would be like a Thursday night, and the nearest village, we would just hear like bumping music. And so like really just experiencing the culture. It's like, you know, if you ask me like what was the best part of this year, it really was the cliche, like the reason, not the reason, but like the thing everybody looks forward to is what was so fun to me. What I enjoyed the most was like experiencing the culture. As someone who comes from a country with, well, I say a country mostly, it comes from a area with no culture, zero culture. Living in a country that has culture everywhere you turn is the most amazing thing ever. It's like I'm longing for it, and I find it everywhere I go in everything, whether it's the houses, the way buildings look, like I love it. I love it so much. Like every day waking up and seeing the tiles, you know, on the roof next door, it's like, oh yeah, I'm in Portugal.
Yeah,
oh
that's
God,
really true.
Here.
I mean, we walk down the road and there's like wells everywhere, whether they're working or not. A lot of them aren't working, but it's so cool.
It's so cool for me. Something I love is like going into town and walking the cobblestone sidewalks. Like I know that some people get annoyed with them because they're just so bumpy and whatnot.
Slippery.
But they are slippery. They're not like made for handicapped people.
All water.
Yeah, but they're gorgeous. They're gorgeous. They put so much work into them, and like that to me was just the best part of this whole year. Was just exploring, and I mean, we went to Bom Jesus do Monte.
That was a cool time.
Which was in Braga. It's north of Porto. We've gone to Porto like
times.
2 or 3 times.
Yep.
We saw the Portuguese kids.
Yep.
We met them. We met Mike Rita.
Yep.
Where else have we gone? We've gone to the Alentejo. We stayed at a beautiful monte in the Alentejo.
Right. Went to Lisboa a couple of times.
Yeah, we've gone to Lisboa. We haven't explored historic Lisboa yet.
Yep.
But we will. We just went to Coimbra last week.
We still haven't really explored Coimbra.
There's so much to do.
So we will.
Yeah.
And we're just discovering little towns around here like Ilhavu and Vagos and...
Yep, we went to Évora.
That's right.
We rode horses on the beach at Praia de Vigueira here.
We did do that.
Like we've done so much exploring. And I think social media is a part of that. Like we moved here and we live on a tight budget, and so we don't get to just like freely do everything. And so the stuff that you see us do is a lot of it is collabs, and like I think that we've had the most amazing opportunity to get to explore Portugal while working with, you know, small Portuguese businesses and like showing them off, and I think it's the coolest thing ever. All of our videos are not collabs, obviously, right? But like there are a good portion of like when we get to explore that we get to collab with people, and I think that's amazing. It's just like working with Portuguese businesses that deserve the recognition, and you know, gives us an opportunity to do and see new things. So
people reach out to us. It's also a very like, what a huge compliment.
Yeah.
You know, wow, you guys want to work with, you know, us.
Yeah.
That's really kind.
It really is.
That's
I know.
really cool.
I love this place so much. So I know, as usual, I ramble because we're trying to like keep this somewhat short. Okay.
If we listen back to this episode in 1 year, what do you expect? Where do you expect to be in life? Answer that however you want.
Okay, I'm not going to be humble here. All right, guys?
Okay.
I'm going to be full on vulnerable Morgan.
You know what this is called? This is called manifesting.
Yeah.
You have to manifest whatever you want in life.
When we listen back to this next year, February 2027, I fully expect to see everything that happened this past year times, I should say summer, times 10. I expect to see more traveling. I expect to see meeting more people. I expect to look back on memories of things like, maybe purchasing a home.
Maybe? There is no maybe.
Maybe this year, maybe next year. You know what I mean?
When?
Yeah.
Speak as if, right?
Okay. So purchasing a home, that is on our list, and we're just doing our best to manifest and save, and anyways. So
we're going to get to...
I expect to see our social media continue to grow, and that's a huge one. You guys know that we are really trying to make this our career, and it's no lie to say that we want to make a living off of this. I want to get paid monthly to do what I love to do, and that is this. I love it. And so I hope, and I'm, like Louie said, I'm manifesting that when we look back at 2026, in February, we're going to see that steady income come in. I'm not going to be humble about it. That's it. That's what I hope to see. I hope to get into the best shape of my life as well.
That's a good one.
Yep.
That's a good one.
You know, you guys know we're kind of like on like a semi-baby journey in a way, and like that's a year out before we can even start trying to conceive. So like, let's get in the best shape of my life. Let me take care of myself. Like, I want to be the most badass woman. I want to, and I'm gonna get everything I want. Yeah.
She already does.
Not humble.
She already gets everything she wants.
I do, yeah. Yeah, you're a good provider. Okay, and what about you? What about you? When you look back, what do you want to get from this year?
Continued growth. Everything we're doing times a million. I want us all to succeed. There's plenty of room out there for all of us.
It's true.
I want us to succeed. Everybody. We all have the talent, the capability to do whatever it is we want. And I feel like you and I are just, if we keep doing what we're doing plus some, we're just going to keep we're hungry. We're very hungry, and we love doing this, like showcasing this. We love it, and people enjoy it, and it makes me enjoy it very much. So we just keep aiming high, babe.
Yep.
Keep growing, keep aiming high.
Can I throw one more thing into mine?
Sure, absolutely.
I hope I can have a full conversation in Portuguese.
That's great. What a great goal to set. How long is this conversation going to be?
Whew.
Perhaps.
I mean,
an hour?
I don't know, but I want to be able to not feel like I can't form full sentences. So I have a goal of...
She does really well now.
I don't even know how to, I don't know if you guys know this. I can mostly read it, I can mostly write it, and I can understand it very well, but dang, I cannot speak it. It's just forming those sentences and verb conjugation. I just can't. So
she's doing great.
I look forward to another year of progress with my language.
That's great.
Hell yeah.
Great.
So, okay, I thought that would be a really good one, and I was like, I need, so.
Nice job, baby.
All right, guys. Well, I can't believe it's been a year.
I can. Let's do it. Let's go on to year 2 and keep growing. I'm
gonna freaking cry, for real. It's amazing. We looked at pictures that our road butler sent us, and wow, I can't believe it. We literally packed our entire life and moved over an entire ocean. And we've lived here for a year. A year? Are you kidding me? But I see it. I look back and like...
I am not kidding you.
I look back and I'm like, I remember, the first 3 months, and it was, it felt like forever ago, so crazy.
Yeah, the downsizing, the stress leading up to it.
Yeah.
The cats.
That feels like a lifetime ago.
A whirlwind of everything. So.
For real.
Thank you for coming along with us on our journey. We are so grateful for every single one of you.
We really are.
So grateful.
I wish I had documented more of our move here. We can't go back in time. I feel like that would have been such a fun journey now knowing what I know. So if you guys are moving, document it.
Share it.
Record everything.
Share it.
Don't be afraid. Get in front of the camera and do it, because you won't regret it. Yeah, you'll regret it if you don't, for sure. Other than that, I think let's wrap up this episode. It's been 1 year. And I just am speechless in a way. Obviously
it's been 1 year. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
Yeah, we'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Before we go, don't forget, stop.
You know what she's gotten really good at? Portuguese goodbyes.
I am really good at them. Shut the F up.
She's perfect at them.
I just have to remind one more time. You can, just like I said in the beginning, you can follow us on YouTube. You can follow us on social media for our podcast. We also post vlogs on YouTube. We started posting shorts on YouTube. Same thing we post on Instagram and TikTok, but regardless.
For those of you who don't go on TikTok or use Instagram, you can do YouTube.
Exactly. And then if you don't already follow us on social media, you can find us at Morgan in Portugal and
Louie in Portugal.
So we hope you guys have a great 2 weeks. We'll see you on the...
We freaking love you guys so much.
We do.
Usually my cat is in my lap, but she's over there sleeping, querida.
No.
She's a sweetie.
She's a sweetie. Anyways, we hope you guys have a great 2 weeks. We'll see you on the 25th. Beijinhos.
Hello.